him.
I want to watch the news.
Are you making headway at least?
This is the news.
Smack 'em a gub, it's time for the only news that matters. And during a conversation on the Josta Show podcast, hosted by Hate Breed's Jamie Josta, former Skid Row singer Sebastian Bach opened up about the criticism he sometimes gets from people online over not producing his vocals from his albums in a live set. He says, the internet is so hilarious. You can relate to this. When you're doing a show after show, night after night, some nights are better than others. That's just the way it is. Unless you want to use tapes, that's the only option to do everything perfect. We're human beings. So if you don't sing exactly like the record, you might read a comment like, oh, he doesn't sound like the record. And I'm like, there's a difference between not being able to sound like the record and not giving a shit. I hate to break it to you, but you're at some dumpy club on a Tuesday night in the middle of nowhere and you're not feeling it. You might not give your ultimate performance of your fucking life that night. Maybe you will, but maybe you won't, because you're not inspired. Humans are emotional. They're emotional people, and sometimes I feel like a nut. Sometimes I don't. All right. First of all, I think Sebastian sounds fine now. Yes, of course not like the record. And let me tell you, the first time I saw Skid Row was the Slave to the Grind tour. I didn't see it on the first tour, so I can't judge him on the first tour. I'm sure he was probably fine, just like the record on the first tour. But Slave to the Grind, he wasn't. He didn't hit that note in Living in a Chain Gang, which I saw Eric Gronwall hit with ease. And, you know, I mean, this is the year you recorded the album, and you weren't sounding like the record. But am I complaining about his performance that night? Hell no. He was great. Skid Row was great. Not as great as the opening band, Pantera, but they still put a great show on. Sebastian Bach was energetic. He sang fine, not like the record. But I'm not complaining. Yes, you're going to have people complain about everything online, you know? And that's them, you know? And hey, I'm one of them. I complain about other things. I'm not going to complain about Sebastian Bach's voice. But the one part of this interview that I said, oh man, I need to do an only news about this, because he actually says, if you're playing a dumpy club on a Tuesday night in the middle of nowhere and you're not feeling it, you might not give your ultimate performance. You know, that's messed up right there. So, people pay money to see you, but you don't care because it's a dumpy club on a Tuesday night and you're not feeling it. You're not feeling people shelling out money to come see you. That's insane. That's an insane thing to say. You know, of course, he's kind of dopey. He doesn't realize he's saying something that he feels. Hey, man, sometimes when you come see me live and it's a Tuesday night and it's a dumpy club, I may not be feeling it. So I may not give you a great performance or the ultimate performance, you know? But pay your money. I'll give my ultimate performance to some other crowd in a bigger venue on a Friday or Saturday night. That's messed up. And you know, I don't think I'll ever go see Sebastian Bach again because of my last experience. But hey, if he plays with another act I want to see, I'll stick around and watch him. But I saw Sebastian Bach do the Slave to the Grind album live at the Culture Room. And let me tell you, man, it wasn't that he was bad. He actually sang great. Not like the record, of course, but he sang great. He did struggle a bit on Living in a Chain Gang, where Eric Gronwall didn't struggle at all. Check out the live performance of that song. Check out the live performance of Eric Gronwall doing Living in a Chain Gang, and then look up Sebastian Bach doing that same song back in 1991. come on, it's night and day, man. He doesn't hit the highest note, you know, and Eric does. But what really pissed me off about that show was he edited the lyrics to a couple songs. Like Get the Fuck Out and Sweet Little Sister. He changed those lyrics and, you know, because he wants to be politically correct and doesn't want to offend anybody. Nobody's going to notice, man. You're out there playing rock and roll and you sing this shit. Hey, man, it's already on record, all right? You know? If anybody's going to get offended by that, it's not by seeing them live doing it. It's by listening to the record and reading the lyric sheet, you know? But, yeah, you know, I goof on Sammy Hagar a lot, but seriously, Sebastian Bach's worse. He is worse, and he has to be the biggest douche of them all, you know? Sammy Hagar, Paul Stanley, and Nikki Sixx all bow down to the doucheness of Sebastian Bach, you know? And it's sad, man. I met him once, and a long time ago, and he was very nice, and we talked about Unleashing. He seems like a cool guy, but then he gets on the press, and he does all this shit. And then, you know, all the times he could have been back in Skid Row. And I know a lot of people are like, well, maybe Skid Row's the problem, because look how many singers they are. You know what? Maybe you're right. Can you imagine? Can you imagine Skid Row is that much of a problem with all their singers that they wouldn't want Sebastian Bach back? Makes sense to me. And then it's fun. The internet is funny. It's hilarious because you'll have people saying Skid Row's nothing without Sebastian Bach. And then you'll get people that say, oh, Skid Row got back with Sebastian Bach. It's all a money grab. Well, you can bitch about Skid Row all you want, but as you can see, they're not for the money grab. And I really hope they find a good singer like Eric Grönwall, because Eric Grönwall, in my opinion, was the best damn Skid Row singer. The guy was flawless, man. I saw him twice, and both times up close, and it was insane, this guy's voice. It was just insane. Michael Schenker's coming my way, and it's sad he's not going to be there. You know, he just pulled out of the tour, Eric Grönwall, Michael Schenker, to take care of his ailing father. So, man, the guy's got a lot of problems, man, and it sucks. I wish he would have done the American tour because, you know, there's no way I'm going to miss Michael Schenker doing UFO. That's a must. I already got my tickets for that. But, you know, it's just one of those things that, man, do I really want to go see a guy perform that edits lyrics and he may not be feeling it that night? Man, I ain't a pimp on Sebastian Bach's ass as far as playing shows, but yeah, I was in a band, and when people paid to come see us, man, I made sure they'd get their money's worth, you know? And this guy is like, you know, he's such a prima donna. Like when Johnny Solinger passed away, he got up online bitching about they used his picture. When they said Skid Row singer Johnny Solinger died, they put a picture of Sebastian Bach. So he goes online bitching about that. Forget that the guy died. That's what makes him the biggest prick, in my opinion. At least Sammy acts like, you know, Eddie's death was bad on him, even though I don't believe it is. You know, and like I said, I met Sebastian Bach. He was a cool dude to talk about metal. And it would be awesome if I would have had him on my show and we can talk metal. But that's never going to happen because of the only news that matters. See, most, and I'm not bashing anybody that does this, you know. I'm just saying, most people that do the news do not want to step on anybody's toes. And they'll just be, you know, they won't give their true opinion, and that's fine, man. I mean, they'll get the Sebastian Bach interviews. I won't, because the only news that matters don't give a rat's ass. The only thing I would say I regret for, you know, giving my honest opinion on the only news that matters is that, you know, I will definitely never get Sammy Belcher, And that's an interview I would love to get more than anybody, even more than Sebastian. But Sebastian, I don't think I'll bitch at him. I just want to talk metal with Sebastian. I can't talk metal to Belcher, so I'll bash the hell out of him, anytime, even if it sacrifices me calling out all his lies on the only news that matters. And I want to thank you for watching the only news that matters. And leave your comments below what you think of Sebastian Bach. And anybody that works for Sebastian, ask him if he'll do an interview with me and let's talk metal. Anyway, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel and ring the little notification bell and like the video. It's good for the YouTube algorithms. So stay frosty, listen to Black Sabbath, and smack 'em a gob.
Farewell and adieu to you fair Spanish ladies. Farewell and adieu, you ladies of Spain. For we've received orders for to sail back to Boston. And so never more shall we see you again.